Hey, what's up, YouTube? I just got back from a wonderful tag sale spree. It was the 141 um, garage sale. It happens every year, the first weekend in August. It's a lot like the White Pole Road sale that occurs every week around here in June. The first weekend in June. And God, honestly, I kind of miss the White Pole Road sale because well, it was really gathering steam the first couple of years, and then after that, it just went kaput. No one really does anything anymore during the White Pole Road sale. I mean, you actually had flea market vendors coming to White Pole Road sale day, and you had people, just vendors coming, and everyone was just having a really great time. But now, nothing. I mean, hardly anyone even has a garage sale on that day anymore, which sucks because White Pole Road is literally right out my door, and I love me a good garage sale, especially when I find something valuable and the seller has no idea what it is worth. That is the best. I haven't found many items like that, but I find them every great once in a while. I still haven't found some of the items that are on my wish list, and I think that has largely to do with the fact that it's Iowa, and Iowa is just a bunch of poor farmers, and even when those items were new, Iowans couldn't afford them. I have looked on Craigslist, don't see them. I've looked on eBay. I see them every once in a while, but I really don't like bidding on eBay because they always bid the item up way much more than the actual value of the item is. I have had antique dealers and antique mall owners who have been in business for 50 years or more told me that they've never seen any items like what I am looking for here in this state. And that just kills me because I want some of them. And at the end of this video, I'll show a short clip of what some of those items are. So if you see them, please kindly let me know. Especially if you see any Descoware bean pots, the yellow and the red. I really want those, so totally hook a brother up. Um, hmm. So yesterday, the day before the sale, I did a little tarot reading for myself, and the cards I drew were extremely interesting and extremely telling. The first card I drew was Strength. And in some of the earlier decks, it is known as La Force or Force, which is sort of another way of meaning a sorceress, which is another name for the card itself. It usually depicts a woman, a sorceress. And one of the meanings of this card is patience. And indeed, I can see where patience was necessary today. And I'll get back into that after I take you on my little field trip in just a bit. Because I took a lot of video, and I really want to show you guys all the things I saw. And if you see anything that was worth anything, let me know. Leave a note in the comments section below. Maybe with a note of the timestamp. Then I drew the Devil. And this isn't a scary card, it just signifies our ties to material items. And I can definitely see how that played out also in retrospect. And the third card was the Four of Pentacles, or coins. And this is the miser of the tarot. And I was definitely pinching my pennies. There are some items I really wanted, but I turned down because of the price. I didn't feel that they were worth what was being asked for, and I thought the prices were a little unreasonable. Because a lot of people are really selling their items for a flea market or even antique prices, rather than actual garage sale prices, and that's a bit of a sticky wicket with me. So, without further ado, I would like to show you all the amazing things I saw yesterday, or not yesterday, but today. It's been a long day and I'm really really tired. So forgive me if I don't seem all together with it. So yeah, I'll see you in just a little bit, and I will show you all the nifty things that I picked up. So I am with my Aunt Bonnie, or as I like to call her, my aunt, and we are doing the crap. What's the sale?
141.
The 141 garage sale day, I guess. And we're having kind of a good time. I've already bought a great little basket that I will show you later when I reveal my little garage sale haul. So I will see you shortly.
Anything isn't marked is 50 cents.
Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Good morning, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Are you just going to take pictures instead?
I don't know.
You don't know?
It's actually nice. I hate plastic.
You hate
You have no idea how much I hate plastic.
but this is makes something easy to carry. I have.
You know, you're lucky you haven't seen my competitive streak yet. Usually when I see someone else pull up to a garage sale, I try and beat him to it. I'm like, come on, gotta run, gotta beat him to it.
Scooter? No, the three-wheeler. That is a three-wheeler too.
I know I'm tempted on this one, but then I'm like, oh. What are you guys looking for? Stuff. I know, isn't that amazing? Isn't that cool?
These would be good for dyes.
That picture, 75 years old, it said.
Hi.
I work there. You found that out? Yeah. I actually work at Extension. I work with one about our research stuff. Yeah, I can go anywhere to do anything. So, you're up in Maine? You're down here?
Hardin County.
Okay.
Hardin County.
What company? Garth? Oh, Remington Seeds. Oh, that's cool. I would like to reach out to Shine.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who has the best legs of all?
What's that?
Oh, I was just making fun of myself.
Oh.
This is kind of cute.
I think she has that blocked off back there, don't she? Yeah.
I believe so.
We have people that like to go in the backyard or they want.
Oh. That's funny. So do all you guys have real jobs now?
Except
I go to school.
You're still in school? So are you guys happy with real life?
I want to go back to college.
I was playing. I read softball when I was 8. And way back in the day. But it's, yeah, the real world. It's kind of, I went 6 years or I transferred, I don't know why. Something about
You take pictures,
the education program was not.
but do you remember where you're at? To
I
go
do.
back if you do? Yeah? Well, that's cool.
I know. This is fun, yeah, yeah. So you're guys are together, you're part of this, huh? And then the family?
Smell that.
Oh, that smells like crap.
What is that? What is
Caramel.
it? Caramel? This one I like, but I don't know.
There's some saddles over there, guys.
Well, that's not too bad. It's not as overwhelming.
Saddles, you might be able to sell them.
We'll try her out.
Yeah, see you later.
See ya.
You didn't find a thing. Darn it. See you later.
Remember, right?
You have the house.
How come not everything has prices on it? Notice that?
I have not.
I would have known how to do.
Thank you, guys.
I like your...
Oh, we will. You guys have a ride anytime.
Okay. Have fun, guys. Morning.
Morning.
Converted school bus and I'd love to hear kids gonna have fun things like that. They're all cyclones. They're all cyclones.
How are you guys today?
We're fine. How are you ladies?
Good.
Doing well, thank you.
Fine.
I'd love to see the bus. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, we too.
Now, why didn't you sell them those cushions? They might be glad to sit on it.
Hey, guys.
You need cushions?
Oh, we got bus cushions.
Did you see his shirt?
Yeah, I know.
Look at
I
his
love
shirt.
it. You're ready to go.
Ready for a good time.
Good.
That weeping willow is so pretty. Oh, that's a nice city.
What is CD typing now?
Aww. Sorry about that. Oh, matches in Hammerstein.
not like my offers. I'm a tightwad.
Do you see how much more clothes I have?
Well, and of course we have boys for the most part, so.
Okay. Well, I have 3 girls and 2 boys, so.
These are 7/8, huh? Those are 2 little. Does that fit in your grandkids, Trish? Boys 7/8?
No, they're all up. They're 12.
12s and 14s.
Oh, that,
Like
that we
jeans?
can use, yeah.
12s and 14s and jeans and shorts.
Yeah, if I had the money to put it, I would snatch it right up. Of course I'd lowball them.
You can use my summer shade.
Thank you, Yuri. Thank you.
You can use my summer shade anytime you want to use it.
Oh, thanks.
Stop by.
A little expensive. I love this matching cutting table. This
Bless you.
sewing machine. Yeah. Yeah, they want so much money for it. That's ridiculous.
Here's Caleb.
Little ligaments for sale. And
You want some toys?
this. I really like that. I'd love to take it home, but not for $15. I am sorry, that is a little outside my budget. It's really nice.
Easter baskets. Easter
What is that?
Soap?
Oh.
Is that what that is?
That says patchouli oil, witch hazel, citric acid. Oh, it's a bath bomb. You throw them in your bath water and they suds up. And the baking soda helps make your skin soft.
That's not yummy.
Oh, they had some antique linens out there, and I saw one. I really liked it. It had like Des Moines on it. I really wanted it, but not for $15.
What are they?
Okay, now let me teach you something, YouTube. This would be a really good find for a spice rack. You just you just attach a backing to it, or not if you just hang it up to your wall, and you can put your spices in it, and even hang your pots and pans from the hooks below. So don't let those items pass you by. I have the top part of the bottom of this double bar. I would totally snatch it up. Unfortunately, it is not there. This household, $5.
Good, how about you?
And then when I moved, I
Saw
put them all in the
those
stuff and
either.
they're still
Yeah.
there. I gotta get
These
them
are
outside.
diapers.
Really?
Look at this.
Huh.
Yeah, these
And then you take this part out.
Oh, that's clever. I've never seen diapers like that before.
I know.
Huh.
Does away with needles or the pins.
Yeah. Huh, that's really cool.
I've never seen them.
God, I feel old.
Now,
Yes, dude.
They were looking at your welcome sign.
1750. Pity. I really like Iowa number.
Those are from southeast Iowa, Keosauqua. It's right on the Missouri border.
Oh.
I'm from Fairfield, and this is my daughter's house, so
Okay.
that's where they're from. And that one doesn't have any holes at all in it. It's
nice.
in good shape.
It's a,
It's
like
got-
a flour
it's got a-
sack?
That's
Seed
a seed
sack?
corn, hybrid seed corn.
Oh, I see. Okay. I wasn't looking at all of it, I guess. One year we collected a whole bunch of these, and I was going to make curtains for the room my husband did reloading shells and stuff, and they were gun.
A lot of people use those for purses too. They make big bags and purses.
Yeah. Thank you.
Totes.
you.
You're all set now? Yep, I think they better flip
I'd rather
67, 68, 69, 70.
not bad. Aw,
Does that sound right? Yep.
this is cute. Oh,
Do you just collect?
if only you had like 5 more of these. Oh,
Yeah.
God, I would bake like little things in them. That is adorable. Mm-hmm.
Look at these dollies.
I'm gonna walk up to the other one.
What was it?
Oh, I don't know, but it's not yellowware.
Oh. Good morning. Morning.
Hi. Oh, this is God, Fiestaware.
Fiestaware?
Yeah. A friend told me that the orange stuff has uranium in it.
Really?
And that is actually a pretty good deal.
Oh, we have it today? What are you gonna do for lunch? For what? For what?
Hey, wait, you got one of these?
What? No, I don't.
They, I like mine. I use mine a lot. Used to. I don't remember. Have you ever seen comic books like this?
Oh yeah, they make comic books now more like they're called graphic novels. They're a lot thicker now than what they used to be. Yeah, they're thick now.
I see that now.
More ties, expensive, and fabrics. That's 1980 fabric I like personally. That's not too bad. $5. I'm being cheap today. Okay, YouTube, we are at another garage sale, and just check this out. This is awesome. And look at the cover of the Singer Sewing Machine. Isn't that great? But, hold on. Check that out. And only $75. I can't afford it, obviously, but still, it's pretty damn awesome. This is pretty but flimsy, homemade. More American craft. Yeah, $2. Luxury and antique.
I'm Dr. Jerry Curry, board certified ear, nose, and throat physician. If you or a loved one suffer from hearing loss but can't afford thousands for a hearing aid, I created MD for you, a high-tech medical grade hearing aid for a fraction of that price. Try MD hearing aid risk-free for 45 days. Call 1-800-300-4009. Expensive and time-consuming fittings or appointments. No ugly or hearing aids that cost thousands. MD hearing aid.
All new light fixtures and things like that. Kitchen needs a little updating, you know. We're going to paint that. We put a new roof on last year. You know.
Look at this plant
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah.
We're trying to get back up.
Yeah, it's so nice, this little town. You know, it's quiet.
Oh,
It only
geraniums.
takes 5 minutes to get to grind.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks like a
We're trying to
coxcomb.
find this small town anyways. We have kids. We'd like to let them go out and play and live
Yeah.
in town just...
See here, you know, it takes a sharp turn. No one goes down there.
Yeah.
I didn't even know why some people even come down this way. You know, they're lost or something.
That's it, that'd be it. They're lost.
But
Try
that's
to find
it.
the police.
That's it. Yorkie. Yeah.
They're waiting for me in the truck. It was good talking to you, sir.
All right, buddy.
Good luck with your house.
Yeah. Thank you. He's old.
Snowflake, yep, that's what I am, babe.
That's what you are. Exactly right. How did you know?
I know.
I don't want him.
Like that one. I do too. I like that one. For that? Yes. Are you kidding? You know what would go for like 120 something. I don't even fit in our car. Yes, it would.
God, that one's badass.
That is neat. I like that. That's cool. Huh.
Ah, love that.
Hey.
Snail. Huh.
I know, right?
think like this. This is very old. I'm surprised they did that. That is super old because I have a pair of those. Denise' mom, I used to do my wedding.
She said I couldn't leave unless I bought some. Okay? Yep.
Don't wander too far, because you have responsibility.
Are you getting good films of your day?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody looking for anything special? Just looking.
He's looking. He's videoing his day and everything. Every stop we make.
Everything's special, isn't it?
Yeah.
Otherwise it wouldn't be on here.
Special to somebody.
Yeah.
There's some stuff under and coats underneath too. And sprinkle a little bit ago and there's some stuff underneath.
Your what? Like crackers? Oh, well, give your brother a couple of those. Here, I want to know if you want to try this.
Peanut butter?
Don't you want to try one of these?
Hey YouTube, welcome back, and I really hope you liked my sort of weekend excursion. I think next year I will do the 141 sale on a Friday. I'm almost certain we did it last year on a Friday as well, and I had a much better. There was a lot more variety to choose from. This year, everyone seemed to be closing up shop around noon on Saturday, which we hadn't really expected because we'd expected that there might be more people with garage sales on Saturday because more people would have the day off. And that really wasn't the case. I mean, there were many more people there garage sale hunting than we saw last year, which was on Friday. But there weren't as many people having sales, and that was a bummer. But without further ado, I will show you some of the awesome things I got. And this little guy is one of them. Isn't he just the cutest thing you have ever seen? I got him for free at a sale. He's just in a box, just a cutest little face. Look at that! Look at that little face. And his name is Beethoven. Get it? Anyway, he is my little guard for my room. I don't really buy music much anymore. I know I hate the fact that I have to say that. The musician in me wants to kick my ass for saying that, but I have been a longtime fan of Miss Mariah Carey. I just wish she would go back to her Motown roots. Love her Motown stuff. Her first 3 albums, I still love them to this day. But I found a copy of this. It was, well, the first time I saw it, it was at a musician's garage sale. And damn, he had the biggest garage I have ever seen in my life. Oh my God, I could fit my house in his garage. It was freaking huge. But I wasn't about to pay $2 per CD. You know, this day and age, this seems a little. It seems a little much for a CD. So I put it down and I walked across the street and I found the exact same CD for $1. So I picked it up. And the back of it is completely unscratched, which is awesome. But I really wasn't worrying much about that anyway, because I have an LG Life is Good plug and play CD player, and it plays my most scratched up CDs flawlessly. I was so impressed by that. I was just so impressed by it. I had a Bette Midler CD that I loved. I loaned it out to a friend, and she gave it back to me without the jewel sleeve, and it was so scratched up that I couldn't listen to the last half of it. The last half of it is where all the good songs were on, the power ballads, you know. And so I was loading all of my CDs onto my iPod, and it loaded my Bette Midler CD, scratched to hell, perfectly, completely, flawlessly. I was so impressed. If you are looking for a new CD player for just that situation, get an LG CD player. I highly recommend them. Okay, that little shameless plug out of the way. And no, I'm not getting paid by LG in any way for that endorsement. Although if they want to wing me a little money, I'm more than happy to take their money. I really am. I love vintage cookbooks. I really do. I have a huge heart-on for vintage cookbooks, and I went to this house. They're having a sale, obviously, and I was looking at their antique linens, and I really wanted one that said Des Moines on it. You totally seen it in the clip. But I wasn't comfortable paying that sort of money for it because, you know, there were no matching sets. I was just going to sew with it anyway, so I didn't really feel like paying that kind of money. Although me and my aunt both noticed there are quite a few antique vendors there using people's garages to sell their valuables. But as I rounded the table with the linens on it, I saw a table with cookbooks on it, and I love me some cookbooks. And because they were turned around backwards, I had to walk all the way around the table to read what the titles are, and in that minute, the second I saw this book, some other guy reached for it and grabbed it and started thumbing through it, and I'm all like thinking to myself, put it down, man, put it down, put it down, and he did, thankfully, and I picked it up for $1, which is pretty good. I've seen prices for online for like $5, so it's alright. It even has some great vintage photographs in it. You know, and it even has recipes in it for elderberry pies, which I've never seen any recipe for an elderberry pie before. I usually see it in the form of syrups and jams and jellies, things like that. I also found a really awesome song. I'm a moderate Eric Clapton fan, and I found this classic song of his that, you know, I think it came out while I was in high school. Yep, 91. It came out while I was in high school. I would have been I would have been in junior high, I think. Yeah, I was in junior high, but still, his music was still beloved all through my high school years by quite a few of the students, and I just found the sheet music to his classic song "Tears in Heaven." Originally, they wanted $1 for it, but I got them down to 75 cents because it was a change that I had in my pocket, which was kind of nice of them. Then it was at a library that I found a treasure. I found the blue edition of the McCall Cookbook, which I have seen sellers for it on Amazon asking quite a bit of money for this book. One of them is selling it for almost $300, and another seller is selling it for around $67, and it's in less good condition than the $300 copy, according to the photograph. And this edition is outside of the dust jacket. Okay, hold on, there we go. This edition is actually in better condition than all of them combined. There is no floxing, no wear along the spine. The cover is much darker in color than the editions being sold on Amazon. So I am really happy. You know, I have a copy of the green edition, and I know it's really superficial to say this, but what I like about the blue edition is the cover actually matches the color of the illustrations and the titles. So that's kind of nice. Now, what I just learned today is back in the day, McCall's had a magazine. They still do. Well, sort of. Not really anymore. But they had a magazine, and it was a fashion magazine. You know, because still today people think of McCall's, they think of sewing patterns. But no one kept the magazines, and the recipes inside kept getting lost. So somewhere along the lines in 1963, someone had the really good idea of compiling all those recipes into one cookbook, and the recipes are still coveted to this day. People that know of the magazine still want this book. It's a standard in many households. I unfortunately don't know of anyone who actually knows of this cookbook. The only places in Iowa I've ever actually seen this cookbook anywhere is in northern Iowa. So maybe it was more popular in that area. No one around. The only cookbook that anyone really knows of around here is the Better Homes and Gardens cookbook with the checkerboard gabardine print on the cover, the red and white. Man, it's an amazing cookbook. I love it. It's sort of my new treasure. I do, as I said, have the green edition, but the color of my cap, and I am going to have to pass that on to a friend. I haven't decided which friend yet, but may the odds be ever in their favor. Also at this library, oh, actually, I bought this cookbook for $1. That was an awesome deal. The Goodwill doesn't even sell their hardback cookbooks for that much. They sell them for like $2.50, I think. Anyway, it was also here that at the Granger Library that I found the compiled hardback editions of every Cook's Illustrated printed in between 1995, 94, and 96. I had to get the one from the year I graduated high school. Sue me. But yeah, God, they have just tons of really great information in these. Several recipes that I want to try out or even modify a little bit to make them my own. And, for $1 a piece, it was well worth the money if I had thought through my funds a little more carefully. I might have bought several more copies because they had a big old box full of just every year from like 1991 to 2000 something, and God, I really wanted them. So maybe I will try and contact the library and see if they are willing to let go of them for maybe a little less. Maybe give me sort of a bargain deal. That would be really, really awesome. Something I totally observed throughout the Granger area is, oh my God, there were so many hot daddies there. Damn it! I mean, really gray, older than I am, and every single one of them was extremely fit, extremely muscular, so muscular in fact they were about popping out of the t-shirts. I had to reel my eyes in from my sockets. Oh my God, they were gorgeous. And I'm all like, why don't we grow men like this around my area? What the hell? I even saw some really, really fit, muscular, younger guys that I don't know why, but they all seem to be growing these really long ZZ Top beards, about yay long. And while that would just bug the hell out of me personally to grow a beard that long, because God, I would be getting so much crap in it. Oh, they just make it look so sexy. It's just not even funny. Ugh. But damn, I was being a bit of a perv every now and then, sort of focusing on some really, really hot guys in the video you probably saw. So I hope you didn't mind that. Okay, now this is the only piece of cast iron that I bought. I really didn't see much cast iron there, and I cannot make out the mark on the back, unfortunately. But from the looks of it, it looks like it had been covered in hay at a farm maybe. But I am definitely going to have to season it and clean it up really well and put some new life back into it. And definitely use it for cupcakes or my cornbread. Those of you that I've cooked for have almost certainly eaten my cornbread, and I hope you really like it. It's a northern sweetened cornbread because the southern variety tastes like cardboard. It's used as sort of a very dry muffin is, or not a muffin but a biscuit, with a little flavor, because it's meant more of as a side. That you don't really eat it apart from the meal. You sort of eat it with the meal. But God, I'm just kind of rambling today. This is, hold on, if you can see this at all. This is actually my very first find, which really came in handy because I was able to just sort of, lay my subsequent finds in it. I just love this little basket. It was just adorable, and I got it for like $1. I really couldn't turn that down, and I plan to use it. I don't really know for what. Maybe staging photographs in something. But yeah, I swear next year when I go to the 141, I am going to I'm gonna go through the obits at least a few weeks prior to, just to see if anyone's going to be having any estate sales in the area, and sort of jotting down where they live. Oh my God, did I say that out loud? Oh, that sounds so creepy. No, I really wouldn't do that. That's kind of lame. But I'm sure there are some people that like garage selling that really do that, and that's just, no, man, no, just don't do that. No. But in my experience, people who have estate sales usually have some awesome swag. Unfortunately, in this area, it seems as though no one wants to bother with actually having an estate sale. They usually just give it to an auction company, which sucks for those of us that don't have the money to fight against wealthy farmers in a bidding war. It also sucks when your family heirlooms that were supposed to go to you, and I mean me, are actually sold by or are actually auctioned off by your dad. And God, that really hurt. When my great aunt passed, I wanted to take possession of her china and a lot of the items that we brought out during family dinners, and a lot of her antiques that were in the basement, and especially the family china, or the family silver, was supposed to go to me. I had learned after the fact that there was a note attached to the family china, or not the china, but the family silver, in her handwriting that said "for Wade." And in any other family, you would think that would be enough just to end any argument and just say, "Hey, Liz wanted you to have this." But it didn't. I mean, I love my dad to death. But when you get him around things of value, his eyes light up with dollar signs. And he sold the family silver anyway. And God, that really broke my heart when I heard about it, because it was supposed to go to me. But I am thankful that I got her recipe box, which is fine, because me and Liz used to cook quite often. But there was no real monetary value in her recipe box. I don't think there would have been. But what really hurt most of all was when I went to her place after Dad had taken possession of it. They wouldn't let me inside, and that really hurt my feelings. They would only open the door a crack, and they would stand in the crack and talk to me, trying to get me just to sort of go away, and it really hurt my feelings, because I think they knew that I wanted to take some of Liz's things, and they just wanted to sell them for money to line their pockets, when me and my brother both had to give Dad half of our inheritance from her anyway. On top of whatever inheritance she gave Dad, for a really pedantic reason, just because his name happened to be on the checks. That was the only reason he came up with for making me and my brother give him half of our inheritance. In the end, it was all for naught, though, because he ended up losing his business, and I'm ranting now. I'm sorry, but there's sort of a reason why I love vintage things, why I love antiques, and why they have so much meaning to me. My dad and not even my brother seem to understand why I place such sentimental value to inanimate objects. But when you grow up with them, when they become a part of your memories, the good things that have happened to you in your life when you were younger, how can you not have a sentimental attachment to them? So that's my little spiel, and I do have one other little treasure that I wanted to share with you, and that is my first fairy lamp. They are in 2 pieces, and you put a candle in them. This is just a tea light, which sucks because I don't happen to have any votive candles at the moment. But, and there is actually a hole in the top of them for the heat and smoke to escape. And they come in many, many, many different shapes and colors and styles. And at the moment, I want at least 3 others. One in red, one in green, and one in blue. But I would really like one in each color of the rainbow, plus pink. But for now, if I find a green, blue, and the red one, I would be using these as quarter candles, because they give off really a beautiful light when you have them lit. And God, I wish that companies were making more beautiful things like this. It's something that irks the hell out of me nowadays, because when I'm shopping, I never see glassware. I never see glass. If I see something beautiful, I pick it up. 9 times out of 10, it's plastic, which immediately turns me off. I hate plastic. It's disgusting. I want no plastic in my kitchen at all. It just has this visceral reaction to me, because I just hate it. Plastic should not be in your kitchen unless you're dealing with a toddler, with a baby, that you don't want them dropping something and getting cut. That's fine. But for adults, I just hate plastic with a passion. I actually bought this for $1. When I go to flea markets, I tend to see them for quite a bit more money, which surprised me. Because this garage sale that I bought it at clearly knew their antiques. They were selling a wonderful cast iron pan, as well as these great vintage mixing bowls, and this set of yellow china. I've never heard of it. I'm gonna have to look it up to see to learn more about it later on. But I'm almost certain that I have seen. Actually, I'm almost certain that I've been to this house before, when me and my aunt were garage selling last year, and these items were there then. They haven't sold. So considering that it was the last day, I'm really surprised that they didn't lower the prices, because the prices seem to be the same as when they were the prices seem to be the same as they were from last year, which kind of sucks. When you're having a garage sale, you should really try and have garage sale type prices, rather than flea market or antique mall type prices. So yeah, there were really a few items that I really had to sort of tear myself away from because I was really conscious about my budget, that I only had a certain amount of money on me, and that's one thing that I think that some of these sailors should have been a little more conscious of, that there are so many people selling things here that, it's like putting a kid in a candy store. They may not pick it up because of how many options there are. And I don't think that many of them really took that into account when they were putting their prices on their items. Some of them absolutely did, but some of them that knew the value of their items really didn't. And I think that that may be why they never sold some items. But I'm really glad with my haul. I thought I did pretty well this year, and I hope to do well again some other time. And my aunt has told me that she will be taking me one of these days to the Brass Armadillo in Omaha, which is vastly different than the one in Des Moines that I'm taking you to. So I'll definitely have to take you guys along for the ride. She was actually telling me that in Missouri, one of the big sellers down there are glass orange juicers for some reason. Just a very simple item, very basic, but she says the people in Missouri can't seem to get enough of them. Either it's because it was never really there, or it's like this niche collectible now. So if anyone knows why Missouri is so fond of orange juicers, I'd be interested to know. So, until I see you again, my witches, keep calm and witch on.